Hello everyone, this is teacher Julieta. Welcome to my classroom. Today I'm going to talk about the differences between these two terms, go on exchange and study abroad. When do we say go on exchange? When do we say study abroad? Let's look at this table. We use this term go on exchange when we are talking about high school or university students who go to a different city or to a different country to study for 1 or 2 semesters as part of their academic program. Sometimes students can go on exchange programs locally in their countries, and sometimes they can go to different countries, they can go abroad. Who offer these kind of programs? Well, private schools, private high schools, universities, some public universities, and some NGOs offer these kind of programs. What is an exchange program? Well, an exchange program is a program where students from one university, from one country, go to another country to study at a different university who has an agreement with the university in the country of origin of the student. So let's look at this picture. Let's say that there is a student somewhere in Latin America who wants to go to the US to study 1 semester or 2 semesters. If his or her university has an agreement with a university in the US, this student can go to the US and he or she can take the same classes that he or she would be taking in his country of origin. And vice versa, if there's a student from the US who wants to travel to Latin America to study at a university in Latin America, they can do that if there is an agreement in between his university and a university in Latin America. So that's why we call this go on exchange. So there is an exchange of students going from one country to another, and then universities receiving students from different countries. Okay, so if you are a student at high school or university and you go to a different country to study for 1 or 2 semesters, then you use this term, go on exchange. I went on exchange last year, I'm going on exchange next year. Now, if you are a grade student, if you are studying elementary school, high school, junior high, and you want to study 1 full academic year in a foreign country, then you have different options, but the most popular one is a boarding school. Boarding schools are very popular. What are boarding schools? Boarding schools are schools that receive international students. They go to study there, and those students, they live in the school. So students study and live in the school for 1 or more academic years. So students have the opportunity to complete all their high school or all their elementary grades in a boarding school. Now, what happens if you want to study a university program in a different country? Well, in that case, you have to study abroad. You are going to complete your program. You're going to start and complete your program in a different country. You will be an international student, and then you will be studying abroad. This kind of programs, they last from 2 years to 4 or 5 years, depending on the program and depending on the area of specialization that you will be studying. There are university programs, they are programs for masters or PhD students. If you want to study abroad, what you have to do? Well, you have different options. You can go to a travel agency. They can help you find a college or university abroad. You can contact the university or the college directly, or sometimes governments from different countries, they have programs. They offer scholarships, so students can apply for those scholarships, and automatically they will be directed to the university where they want to study. Now, what happens if you are a professional? If you have your job, if you are currently working because you are a professional person, but you decide that you want to go abroad, you want to study languages, or you want to take a specialization course in a different country. Well, in that case, you will be also studying abroad. There are different kind of programs, language programs. They last from 1 week up to 1 year. But because you are not a student, then you are not part of an exchange program. You won't be taking any you won't be part of any academic program in your country. You'll be studying in the foreign country, then you'll be studying abroad. Sometimes workers, they are given the opportunity to work for a short period of time in a different country. Many companies, they have internship programs for their workers. So what happens here is that workers from one office in one country have the opportunity to travel to a different country to work for a short period of time. This kind of programs are basically to train workers or to help the business grow. And finally, we have short programs for children and teenagers. These are called camps or tours. Usually these camps or tours are open during the holidays, during the spring or during the summer or during the winter holiday. Here in this kind of program, students basically go with a group of students and they take some courses. They are not academic courses. They participate in some workshops, but the main purpose of these courses or these programs are for students to have fun, to spend their holidays with their friends, to visit different countries, to meet new people, and they are very, very, very short. They can last from 1 week to 1 month. Okay, so these are the main differences between go on exchange and study abroad. Now you know, next time that you have to talk about your past experience or that you need to talk about your future goals, think about your situation. Are you a student or are you a professional? How long are you going to study abroad? How long are you going to stay in the foreign country? And then you can choose the option that best describes your situation. Go on exchange or study abroad. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for attending my class. If you find this lesson useful, don't forget to give me a heart and share it with your friends. I'll see you next class.